Major Mohammed Ali Shah, defense expert, also joins us this morning to talk more about this. Ali, I hope you can hear me.
Yes, Vineet, loud and clear, strength 5.
Ali, another violation, but this is very, very normal of Pakistan to distract perhaps the world and even India of the internal political turmoil that awaits Pakistan. You know, Shahbaz Sharif is slated to become the Prime Minister of Pakistan once again, and this only goes on to show that Pakistan is working in loops.
You are 100% right, Vineet. Vineet, I will take you back approximately 2 decades, that's 20 years back almost, where in the year 2003, I was at the line of control at the Indo-Pak border and just 30 meters away from the Pakistan post. Now, the very fact is, this was before the ceasefire. So, even after the ceasefire happened, even then, they used to violate it almost every night, Vineet. It's ridiculous. Almost every night, there used to be ceasefire violations. And at that time, it wasn't much reported in the media. Now, I'm thankful to you and your channel for actually bringing out these things about what they actually do. So it's nothing new about Pakistan breaking the ceasefire, violating the ceasefire, the application of ceasefire. They have been doing it repeatedly. Now, let me tell you my observation when I was there at the post guarding the frontiers. Whenever there was an infiltration bid or they wanted to give a cover fire to the terrorists who wanted to cross over, they would resort to firing. And that when we got to know of the game, that this is what they are actually up to. Their infiltration bids were we had narrowed it down to almost nil. Now, after the abrogation of Article 370 and 35 Alpha, we have seen the terrorism bids, the terrorism activities in J&K have gone down drastically. People might say, whatever, see, the very fact is it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time for terrorism to get curbed. Now, Pakistan has once again violated at 5:50 p.m. We just heard your reporter talking about how about 20 minutes the firing went on. So these people will never learn, and especially when Shahbaz Sharif is once again said to become the prime minister. Anything can happen in Pakistan. Let me tell you, it can anything, just anything. So the very fact is, the military, which is the station, which is the headquarters, are in Rawalpindi, and the political headquarters are in Islamabad. But ultimately, it is the military who rules the roost. And military will decide when to fire across. It could be anything. It could be just a simple sipahi of theirs, a simple soldier who might have got trigger happy. It could have been an officer who would have passed orders. It could have come from the political regime. It could have been anything. But the very fact is, these people, I'm telling you for a fact, they don't have the guts to face us at all in any condition, Breed. So the very fact is, क्या कर सकते हैं ये? छुप के बस ये fire कर सकते हैं, and that's all they can resort to. They can only flex their muscles from a distance. They can't do anything more than that, Vinny.
Also reflect on the fact that the Prime Minister is going to be visiting the former state, and this is definitely going to irk Pakistan even more.
Absolutely. The very fact is, we already had the G20. We had a summit we had over there in J&K, which was unthinkable. And so many countries, over 60 countries, they had participated in that, and so it had irked them. Now, how can it be that such a thing is happening in Kashmir? Now, when the Prime Minister is going to visit the Union Territory, of course, it's irking them even more. So the very fact is, the possibilities I said earlier, now this is a very, very high possibility because they are irked by the Prime Minister's would-be visit over there. So they are struggling very hard to actually get an infiltration bid across, to drop something illegal from their UAVs, to fire across. Unfortunately, they cannot do much for them. So, unfortunately for us. So bad luck, hard luck for them. I mean, they should try harder. I mean, they would not succeed. They will never succeed in their napak mansubas, I would say, Vineet.
Right, Ali. In the state of urgency and emergency that Pakistan finds itself in, we haven't actually made a statement or recognized what's going on over there. But the Americans and a number of other countries have shown support for the democratic process that has unfolded in Pakistan. But we know that this is not a democratic process. It is the deep state. It is the army pretending to be democratic.
You are 100% right there, Vineet. Their election commission should be renamed as a selection commission. They already select their Wazir-e-Azam. They already select as per their constitution, as per their Ain. they go against their own ayn. The very fact is, it's a very hypocritical country. They are very big hypocrites. Cowards of the first lot. I have faced them. I have faced them one-on-one on the border. I know what they are made of and what. I'll tell you a very interesting anecdote, Vineet. In the year 2003 again, we heard an intercept of the radio, which was coming from Pakistan. We could make out it's a Pakistan frequency which was catching on our radio set. And they said, Janab, हिंदुस्तान की सेना हमारे बारे में बड़ा अच्छा समझती है, वो भ्रम है उनको, वो भ्रम रहने दें. So the very fact is they are a bunch of jokers who would never improve. They are incorrigible. They in Urdu, if I may use the word, nasur. They are totally nasur, Vineet. So they are struggling. They show their frustration that nothing, वो कुछ बिगाड़ नहीं पाया हमारा. They could not do anything. So they are firing across.
Absolutely. They're in fact showcasing their frustration. Mohammed Ali Shah, appreciate you joining us on